We live in a culture that worships the individual. You're told to be self-made, to cut off anything that no longer serves you, to hustle in silence, to need no one, to build a life so complete, so untouchable, that not a single soul can shake you. And at first, it feels powerful. You have full control. You're your own source of validation. No more messy relationships. No more waiting for others to change. Just you, building, healing, ascending. But then, something subtle starts to happen. You get everything you wanted, the freedom, the boundaries, the independence, and yet, you feel empty, not broken. Just quietly, chronically disconnected. You scroll endlessly, surrounded by people, but seen by none. You achieve, succeed, move forward, but celebrate alone. You protect your energy so well that now no one can reach you. This is the silent epidemic of our age. HyperIndividualism. HyperIndividualism is the belief that all meaning must come from within the self, that true maturity means relying on no one, that relationships are optional, that peace is something you build behind emotional walls. It tells you, don't be vulnerable, that's dangerous. Don't depend on anyone, that's weak. Don't open up, you'll regret it. And so we armor up. We become high-functioning, high-achieving, and deeply isolated. We replace connection with consumption. We replace intimacy with independence. We replace meaning with performance. And we wonder why we feel so tired. Philosopher Zygmunt Bauman described this modern age as liquid. Liquid relationships, liquid identity. Nothing is fixed, everything is replaceable. People drift in and out of our lives like notifications. We ghost each other at the first sign of discomfort. We trade depth for convenience. We curate closeness, but avoid real intimacy. And underneath it all, we are starving. Starving for authenticity. Starving to be felt. Starving to be held. Not physically, but emotionally. And the worst part, we don't even know how to ask for it anymore, because we've been taught that needing others is a flaw. But it's not. It's human. Carl Jung warned that a man who is not grounded in community can never find his full self, that the psyche fractures in isolation. Because we don't just become in solitude, we become in relationship. You learn who you are by how others respond to you, by how you are mirrored, challenged, and held, by what arises in you, not just in quiet moments alone, but in the presence of another. We forget this, and we suffer for it, because the self is not a closed system. You are not a machine that can fix itself endlessly in isolation. You are a relational being. Your nervous system, your emotions, your spirit. They are wired for co-regulation, not constant self-regulation. So what do? We start by unlearning the lie that healing means doing everything alone. Yes, solitude is sacred, but community is just as holy. Yes, we must cultivate self-awareness. But self-awareness is not the final destination. It's the gateway to connection. We stop chasing perfection before we let people in. We stop confusing performance with presence. We stop pretending we're okay being alone all the time. And instead, we remember, we are allowed to need people. We are allowed to be soft. We are allowed to say, I'm strong and I'm tired. I've healed a lot, but I still need love. I've grown, but I still long for someone to sit with me in the dark. This isn't weakness. This is wisdom. True maturity is not becoming untouchable. It's knowing how to be touched and not lose yourself. It's knowing how to be open and still protected. It's knowing how to give and receive without losing your center. We don't need to swing from codependence to hyperindependence. There is a middle path, interdependence, where two people walk side by side, not leaning too heavily on each other, but not pretending they don't need each other either. Because you can't truly know yourself without knowing how you are with others. So here's the real invitation. Let your walls down just a little. Reach out, even when it's scary. Ask someone how they're doing and really listen. Tell someone how you're doing and let them witness it, even if your voice shakes. Even if your story isn't tidy. Even if your heart is still in pieces. Because real connection doesn't come from having it all together. It comes from being honest and showing up anyway. And maybe you don't have a huge circle. That's okay. You don't need 100 connections. You just need a few real ones. The ones who remind you that your presence matters. The ones who see past your armor. The ones who make you feel like home. So ask yourself, when was the last time you let someone really see you? When was the last time you allowed yourself to be helped without guilt or shame? When was the last time you chose connection, even when isolation felt safer? We are not meant to do this life alone. HyperIndividualism may offer control, but it will never offer belonging. And no matter how evolved you become, no matter how strong, how disciplined, how self-aware, there will always be a part of you that longs for someone to say, "I see you." You don't have to carry all of this by yourself. This is the Wisdom Library, and this is your reminder. Needing people doesn't make you less enlightened. Letting people in doesn't make you less powerful. Being human in all its messy, open, vulnerable glory is not a flaw in your design, it is the design. So stay soft, even in a hardened world. Stay open, even when it's easier to shut down. And above all, stay connected to yourself, to others, to what truly matters. Because your healing is not just yours, it's part of something much bigger. And that something begins between us. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and stay human.